So this is kind of an extended version of a YouTube short that I just made about, repurchasing the Sony FX30 and the Sigma 12mm f1.4 and why I kind of went back to having like a full size like interchangeable lens camera versus my little point and shoot cameras. And the first reason is that my ZV-1 actually died. Basically the lens retraction feature died after all these years, and so I decided to just sell it for spares and repairs on MPB and pick up Sony FX30. In addition to the ZV-1 dying, I am going to be getting back into doing more like commercial, like paid projects, and so with this FX30, granted not necessarily with this lens, I can shoot some commercial projects. So what I wanted to do was kind of walk around the backyard and see if I could still get like, vlog footage and still make it so it's relatively convenient to shoot, even though this is not like necessarily like a vlogging camera. So in addition to picking up this lens, the 12mm f1.4, what I have on here is a 1 to 5 stop variable ND filter, and that lives on this lens because I can switch it over to 1 stop. And because of the f1.4 aperture, I can shoot at night without worrying about losing that 1 stop of light for the ND filter. And then when I shoot in the daytime, I don't have to be putting on filters and removing filters. So this, like I said, this filter lives on the lens. And the other thing that I missed about the ZV-1 is that it has a pretty good built-in mic. So right now, I'm actually shooting on the built-in mic on the FX30. And what I purchased to help with the wind noise is a wind muff for the Nikon Z30. It just happens to fit perfectly onto the built-in microphones on top of the FX30 and seems to cut the wind noise pretty well. Because when I travel or I'm out with the family, I don't want to deal with an external microphone. So I picked this up and it works fine. By the way, how's it working here with just standard stabilization? I don't have the active stabilization on right now because I like to keep my shutter speed at 1/50, and when you have a lower shutter speed like that, it tends to mess with the electronic active stabilization. So I'm keeping it at standard stabilization. And as far as exposure control to make vlogging convenient with this camera, what I'm doing is I'm shooting in shutter priority, keeping my shutter at 1/50, or in this case I'm at shutter angle, so it's a 180-degree shutter angle. My exposure comp at 1.3 because I'm shooting in S-Log3 here, and I just have the ISO on auto, bottoming out at 800 and going up to I think 6400, and that tends to be pretty good for managing exposure. And I'm shooting in auto white balance, which most people will tell you don't shoot in auto white balance, especially in S-Log3, because you might get funky footage. But when I'm in vlog mode and I'm just doing casual shooting, I don't mind auto white balance and seeing the shifts. Granted, if I'm doing like a paid gig or I'm doing more professional work, I'm gonna set my auto white balance, I'm gonna set my exposure manually, and that no longer is an issue because you're in a professional setting. But I just want to share my casual shooting settings with the Sony FX30 and my little setup that I have here. So let me know what you think in the comments. Would you vlog with the Sony FX30? So I'm back at the desk, and before I wrap up this video, I want to do a little bit of show and tell, because I talked about the setup, but I didn't really show it. And I know this is YouTube and people like to see things, and so I figured, here it is. So this is the FX30 with the 12mm f1.4 with the 1 to 5 stop ND. I do have like a magnetic KNF lens cap on there, which I like these magnetic lens caps, very convenient. So this is that wind muff for the Nikon Z30 that I was talking about. So I'll put the extra muse down and I'll kind of show you how it fits on there. It's kind of a tight fit. So if you look at the top of the FX30, it has these are the built-in microphones, stereo mics, and this just slides onto the hot shoe. And as you can see, it covers the microphones perfectly. So this is gonna be my vlog setup, like traveling, you know, if I want to get like a little more high quality footage, I guess you'd say. I'm still gonna vlog with the extra muse because it's so convenient, but now I have another option and I can shoot some professional stuff. That's all.